Gnostic Sophia story, the word diorthosis, diorthorsis, diorthosis, which scholars translate as correction. And apparently, in the Gnostic Sophia story, the Gnostics said that Gaia was involved, Gaia Sophia, the earth goddess, was involved in making a correction, a diorthosis. But they do not say what this is. The reason being, perhaps because the Gnostics never wrote it down or only discussed it among themselves verbally, as they did with certain matters. Or perhaps it was written down in certain scrolls and manuscripts of the Gnostics, but has been destroyed, because only a pitiful fragment of Gnostic teaching has survived. So I've attempted to understand what this means, that Gaia is involved in some kind of correction. And I would like to give you my best shot of what I think this is, because this is where we come into the story, and this is where the solution to human insanity might lie. Remember that Gaia, that Sophia, acted as prunikos, meaning outrageous. She acted in an outlandish and outrageous fashion, because whereas most of the Aeon gods don't get involved in their experiments, she plunged into the experiment. So she's right here in the earth with us, involved in the experiment of humanity that's unfolding on this planet. But in order to do that, she had to plunge from the galactic core. And since she is a goddess or divinity of the galactic core, she naturally wants to return or to be reconnected to the dynamics of the core. So in one sense, for her, her correction is going back and reconnecting with the other gods in the galactic core, because she's on a fairly lonely journey. She's fairly lonely and isolated in this journey of hers. Second point, what then would this correction mean to us? Well, it would mean that if we align our minds to her mind, if we learn from her, if we interact with her like you interact with the plants growing in your house, but on a much greater scale, then we as a species could receive an understanding of the cosmic design, on the galactic level. We could elevate our minds and our activity to a level of galactic consciousness and integrate life on Earth into the great galactic design. And that, I think, is what the whole planetary shift is about. That, I think, is what the future of humanity is about. It's about integration and connection into the great galactic designs. But we can only do it through connecting with her. We can't go into our own minds or go through yoga to some out-of-the-body state and teleport ourselves to the galactic center. Why should we do that when we have the galactic connection with her? We make it first with the planet, and then she and the human species together can make her correction. This is my guess as to where the plot of the Sophia myth goes in the future.
So, Tom.
Yes. A lot to consume here, isn't there, Ramon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Quite
so
a lot.
I want to make sure everybody remembers to keep an open mind in this stuff. I know that if you've hung out this long and listened to this whole thing, then you obviously have an interest here, and I would strongly suggest, at the very least, go to the metahistory.org website and start reading there. He's got some very good reading plans there. Follow his instructions on the website, and he kind of guides you through a good process, a good method of going through the material. Picking up this book and buying this book and reading it was a life-changing event for me. I think my nervousness just to talk to John in the first place probably came through in the the way I asked my questions. I will admit, John, I was a bit nervous when I started talking with you. I kind of I put you on a little bit of a pedestal after reading this book. Some amazing work, sir.
Well, thank you very much. I'm very proud of having done this. I'm very proud and feel privileged to be a person who could restore this myth to humanity and to people today, because I think it is a beautiful healing myth. It is the birthright of our species. And but I'm just a guy who did that, and I don't think of myself as an authority in anything. I do feel that the immensity of the story is truly powerful, and I would rather that people be affected by the immensity of the story than intimidated by me. Because I'm really, I'm called Lash, but I'm also called Lamb. So,
Okay, well, I guess we'll get signed off here. Remember, everybody, we do have a donate button on our website. We do all this on purely on donations and out of our own pockets mainly so far. But if you feel compelled to help us out, and I'm not asking for somebody who doesn't have it to give, only if you have that couple extra bucks lying around that you feel compelled to help us out, that would really be appreciated. Now, we've got some really good shows coming up here in the future too, so keep tuned in. What do you got, Ramon?
I was going to say, John, so that was www.mettahistory.com. Is that correct?
META, like metaphysics. METAHISTORI.org. And there are some synopses of the Sophia myth on there. Go to the site guide and take a tour through the site guide, and that will tell you where to look. I want to thank both of you, gentlemen, in distant places from me, for the opportunity to be with you and discuss this beautiful information. And I hope you two keep me current of things that come your way relating as a consequence of our discussion tonight.
Absolutely. Expect to see emails with questions from me.
Certainly, I'm always open to that.
All right. Thank you very much, John, and have buenas noches.
Buenas noches to you, and konnichiwa. I can still say I lived in Japan too. And good evening in Washington, and I'll catch you around the bend.
Thank you, John.
All right.
Bye.
Good night.